Hey, what's up guys? Coach Nate here. I'm out on a run because, well, I'm always running, but I have a race coming up in 2 days. So I wanted to do a little pre-race run and share with you my warm-up and my routine. So let's get into the warm-up together. We're already about 20 seconds in. I'm gonna warm up nice and easy for 5 minutes. I'm gonna kind of tell you about the rest of this thing. So I love to race every once in a while, and I really like to develop a nice routine for my pre-race runs. And I usually like to warm up for 5 or 10 minutes. I like to do some intervals of 30 to 60 seconds in length, touching race pace, or maybe a little bit faster, all depending. And then I like to add some drills and some mobility stuff in there. Hey buddy. Push out of my trails here, gotta say hi to the neighbors. And I just do a workout that gets me really tuned up and feeling sharp and everything else. Now, this is a workout that's great to do, you know, either the day before or kind of anytime, like, you know, the 5 days before. And I'm usually targeting anywhere from, depending on how close I am to race day, 50 to 70% of my normal volume for that day. And I am working on 100% of race intensity because I want my body to remember what that's like and to feel sharp and strong connected with it. Nora, come here. I gotta put Nora's leash on here, hold on. So I like that for there. Here we go. Say hi to Nora, guys. Nora, you stay. You stay. Pardon me. There we go. Whew. All right, and we're back here. So I like to do about 50 to 70% of my normal volume. I like to touch that race intensity, but only for 30 to 60 seconds. I like to do some drills and some other mobility stuff just to stay sharp. And that really kind of keeps me going there. So nice. So we're about 2.5 minutes in. I'm getting on a little major road here. There might be a little car noise, but you know, getting the real deal experience here of running with me. I'm just in my beautiful neighborhood country roads. I'm just gonna be nice and tall. I'm gonna relax those shoulders, breathe a little bit as I go through here. Feeling light and quick with my feet. Now, the other great thing about my pre-race run is that it starts to become my routine for race day. It becomes this time where I'm a little nervous and uncertain. I don't know what to do. I start to develop this thing that my body just knows and practices, and it feels really, really good about. And mentally, as I go through this pre-race routine, I'm able to mentally focus on what I want to happen or will think happen on race day. And I always like to think about it this way. You know, a lot of times racing, it doesn't matter if you raced a lot or if you're only racing for the first time. You know, most running races are too long for nothing bad to happen. Now, something bad could be anywhere from you get a little side stitch or a cramp, your shoe comes untied, you have to stop and fix it, you know, or something bigger where you blow up a little bit, go out a little bit harder than you should have, and you deal with a little bit of an issue there. All those things are okay. But just by mentally thinking about it ahead of time, it just changes things a little bit, because when that bad thing happens, you're like, oh, I've already sort of thought about it, and I already kind of know what I would do in this situation. And all of a sudden, I've got a plan of action, which is really, really great. So we have another 45 seconds to go here on our warm-up. We're gonna stop and do 3 minutes of dynamic movement just to get our hips and shoulders really active and open, because hey, we always stop and do our warm-up. That slow jogging is not a warm-up for faster jogging, right? That's the deal. Oh, coming around here just to give you a front view. We got Nora. She's doing a pre-race warm-up with us as we go through. And perfect, 10 more seconds. Then we'll stop and do our warm-up. Morning. All the dogs are out today, guys. All the dogs are out. All right, so we're gonna stop first, perform 10 air squats. Hips back, knees out, just sinking down into those hips. We go here, finish from the side, 5, 7, 8, 9, finally 10. I'm just gonna sit down here all the way on the bottom, shifting a little bit side to side here as I go. Finally gonna come up tall. And I'm just gonna do a few lunges. I love to pull one knee up nice and tall. Good. Swing back, long lunge, drive this knee up again. 2, all the way up to 10. This one is a great way for just activating hamstrings and glutes, getting this leg firing as well, driving up through this leg. I get a little bit of balance and stability here. 2 more. 9, last one. 10. I'm gonna do into 10 leg swings here. Good. Opening up these legs this way, really opening up my hip flexors, getting my hamstrings. 10 or so. And we're gonna go ahead and finish holding this knee up. I'm just gonna get a few ankle circles. 10 big ankle circles one way, nice and smooth. 10 big ankle circles the other way. Again, nice and smooth. Nice, there we go. So finally, I'm gonna go the other side. Up nice and tall, swing back up. 1, 2. Thinking about this shin being nice and vertical, not letting my knee go too far forward. By driving this back hip forward, I'm just working on that drive of the hip, that internal rotation that's so important. 4, 5. What a beautiful morning, huh? 6. A couple more. 7, 8. I love literally stopping and doing this anywhere. I don't need to get my hands dirty. Don't necessarily need to get on the ground at all. Some leg swings here, about 10. Good. Finally, I'm gonna pull this knee up. I'm gonna get 10 ankle circles one way, working on that balance. Woo! Balance is tough right now on this foot. And then 10 circles the other way. Nice job. Good. Then finally, the last little thing I like to do is just to work on some arm swings, like to hinge over a little bit, open that chest. It's so important to have a nice, loose, and limber upper body as much as a lower body. Really key. And then finally, I'm gonna throw my arms out the back here to open up the shoulders and open up that arm swing. So dang, 3 minutes, we are warm. Let's keep running. All right, so the run continues and we're gonna work on some run drills. And I'm just gonna go through a few progressions, kind of working on a run drill for 10 seconds and then resting and relaxing for 10 seconds. So we're gonna get started with some high knees. And I'm just gonna start a first round of just not super high, pulling knees up about 50% height for about 10 seconds. There we go. And I'm gonna run regular for 10 seconds. Now, next thing I'm gonna hit is a butt kick, similar height and duration. So 10 seconds, butt kicks here, not super high. It's just getting those hamstrings fired a little bit. Good. Back to regular running. Good, now we're gonna go high knees, 75% height, just a little bit higher. And here we go, 75%, a little bit higher here. You can do this on the treadmill if you're careful, or outside. Good. Whew. Breathing a little bit higher there as I go. Running regular in the middle. And then, okay, so now we're gonna work on those high knees. Getting those knees up for the next 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice and tall. Nice and tall here, nice and quick. Big knee drive and relax. Nice job there. Finally, a little last bit of butt kick work. Now I don't have to go super far, super fast and forward. I just want that heel all the way up to my butt. Stretch out those quads, drive those hips forward. Going through here. Whew. Nice work. So we got our high knees and our butt kicks in. Next little set we're gonna work on is just a couple rounds of high skips. So first skip is gonna be in 3, 2, 1, skipping, not super high, but just for about 10 seconds, about 50% height. Good. Good, regular running. Now we're gonna skip again, and this time we're gonna go a little bit higher. That's 75% height skip. Here we go. Driving through that back leg. Great for activating the hips. That big push off. Nice work. Back to regular running again. And then finally, you know what's coming. We got that 100% skip coming up here. Here we go. Big skip, big drive. All right, good job on those dynamic drills. We're feeling a little light and quick and sharp. Now we're gonna get into our main set. All right, I was being a bad dog, so I'm gonna put her on the leash. Now, what we're gonna get ready for here is 5 by 60-second intervals, touching that race case. For me, I'm running 10K, so I'm gonna try to hit that 10K speed, and then 1 minute easy in between, but very, very relaxed. And we'll get started in 10 seconds here for our first interval. So here we go, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Picking up and just thinking about driving those hips forward, leaning a little bit more, nice and light and quick feet, nice relaxed shoulders. And you can start to visualize and think about that race a little bit. I know that I'm excited as I go. Think about that early part of the race where everyone's around you and amped up, and I want to go out controlled. I don't necessarily want to go out too hard or let myself surge a little bit, but then immediately want to settle in to what that good race pace is, and it feels like 15 more seconds. Here we go. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, and bring it all the way down. Good. So, flip around for this one. So you can sort of see where we're going. Nora's drinking some water, like the jerk that she is. Come on, come on. There we go. Nice and easy. And come on, Nora. And in this one, we're still light and quick and relaxed as much as we can be. Good. Doing well here. Almost ready to go again. Just checking our clock. Yep, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Next minute, we're cruising. Let's work. I'm cruising Nora dog down here. Light and quick feet, relaxed shoulders, opening up that stride over. Just nice, beautiful turnover here. Come on, this way. 20 more seconds. Cruising along. Ten seconds. And bring it on down for 1 minute. Nice job. Okay, across the road here. Taking you guys on a nice flat rolling terrain today, which will mimic the course. It's kind of partly off trail and then or off-road, and then on roads I kind of like this one. Nice and light and relaxed. Now what's helpful that I think about in these rest intervals is still high cadence, light, quick feet, relaxed shoulders, deep breathing. There we go. We got 15 more seconds until we go again. 5 more seconds here, then we're gonna pick things up, get back in the sun, 2, 1, and here we go, next minute. Relax, breathing, driving those heels forward. Nice, smooth, powerful arm swing out the back. That is what we're going for. Still more than halfway through. Nice job. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and bring it on down. Nice job. All right, we got 3 of these in. Flip this guy around here. And we are running this way. There we go. We're gonna turn right here onto some quieter neighborhood roads. You know, head back towards home. We got 3 down. We got 2 more to go. Noah, you're ready, right, Doug? Come on, baby girl. Let's go. "15 more seconds. We go again for number 4. This one doesn't have to be all out. Remember, you should resist the urge to go out as hard as you can on these. This is really just about staying sharp and fresh and keeping that turnover. We're not building any fitness here. Here we go. Next minute. Number 4. Flying. Good job, baby girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Breathing smooth, nice quick feet. Going up a slight hill here, so I'm focusing more on effort than I am on speed. Always effort. 15 more seconds. And whew, bring it on down. Nice job. Nice and smooth here. Bring it on back this way. So by now, opened up the lungs a little bit. This is great for burning any of that, you know, nervous pre-race energy that we may have. I know I get it. And it's a great way to keep your body reminded of what it's got coming up. And this to me is kind of the difference between taper workouts and recovery workouts. Recovery workouts, I go full chill. Taper workouts, I bring the volume down and intensity down a lot, but I keep a little in there so my body doesn't go to sleep on me. All right, last one. 2, 1, here we go. Last one. Last one. Light and quick feet. Come on, let's go here. Let's go here. Good job. Oh, the dog on a leash. Come on, baby girl, you're doing great. Last one. Charging up this hill. Relax your shoulders. Deep breaths. 24 seconds, come on. Three, two, one, and whew, bring it on down. You can walk here if you like, but full, slow speed, everything. Nice job. Really, really good job. We're mentally in it. We're physically in it. We've been thinking about the highs and the lows that might come on race day. We're anticipating some of the bad things that might happen, like what if my shoe goes untied, I drop an energy gel or bar, or the bathroom's too long, to the bigger things of what happens if I go out too fast, or what happens if someone trips me or cuts me off, because any of these things can happen on race day, right? Nice job. All right, so we just have our cool down, guys. 5 minutes, easy running, don't go anywhere. All right, we're gonna let Nora lead the way for the next 5 minute cool down here. And same thing, we're just being light and quick with our feet. We're being nice and relaxed, and we're just soaking it in. I can't believe that today, as I film this, is technically January, and it is just absolutely stunning. T-shirt and shorts. It is green out here in California. You can hear the birds chirping. I know not a lot of our reality, so nice to take it in, right? Here we go, Nora, come on, come on, come on. Cruising here, and as we go, we can also think a little bit just about any last minute logistics in our head. Hey, which running shoes am I gonna wear for race day? Which outfit? Is there a certain pair of shorts or socks? I know that I have a race day outfit, pair of shorts and socks that I always like to wear, that I know give me no problems, you know, that make me feel and look fast and ready to go. I'll definitely be wearing that on Sunday for my 10K. And other logistics, you know, making sure that you know the start of the race, you know the parking situation, you know if you're picking up your race bib the day before or a couple days before, did it get mailed to you, or are you doing race day pickup? Those are all real things to make sure you do. Now, of course, bigger races require probably parking further away, shuttles, and just a little bit more time and logistics. Sometimes there's corrals, especially if you're doing like a big half or a full marathon, and you just want to buffer more time in that morning. Shorter races sometimes, or more local races, sometimes you can just show up, practically leave your car running and just hit the course. Those are always kind of fun to do, right? Different courses kind of give that different energy. This way. About halfway through our warm-up. Adjust our camera a little bit. There we go. And if you're on a treadmill, you can bring that speed down just a couple notches. Bring that heart rate down a little bit more. My heart rate was probably spiking in some of those intervals, probably in the 160s, 170s. Right now, my heart rate's like 125, nice and low and light and relaxed. But I'm still, again, staying connected and engaged with my running. I'm not letting myself run mushy. This is sometimes what I like to call it. Going through. And as I just sort of think through different things on race day that are important You know, I like sometimes to set up different tier race goals. Like I would have a goal that I might call my A goal, which would be everything goes great. I execute, I feel super awesome in the morning, and the weather's perfect, and really nothing goes wrong or very little. What's the absolute best thing I could do on race day, right? And that's like maybe what I'd be targeting for that A. And then there's a B goal, which might be a time that's a little bit slower, all depending. And that's when mistakes do happen and occur, which, as I said, most running races are too long for nothing to go wrong. So how do I work on those types of things and anticipate those types of things and have to adjust whether I go out too fast? My stomach doesn't fully like the breakfast it had in the morning or whatever. And then finally, the C goal is, you know, maybe newer on the race experience, or maybe you tried a more aggressive strategy, like going out with a different set of runners or groups than you have traditionally before, and you really test to see where your body's at, and you kind of pay the price for it, and you bomb a little bit, but you still kind of get yourself together. And what's nice is that it's not an all or nothing thing. You can have different things happen within the race and still have it a successful day. Nice job on that cool down. Now we're just gonna finish things off with just a little bit of pre-run mobility work. It's so important. All right, so we're gonna finish with a little 3-minute mobility cool down back at the house. The first minute is going to be 1 minute of downward dog. So I'm just gonna start on all fours. I'm gonna push my hips back, and I'm just gonna slowly alternate pedaling my feet back and forth here. Breathing. This is as much about letting the body cool down slow. Getting that breath back. I could bend both knees, push my hips up, and then really push my hips as far back as I can. Push my chest through my arms. Breathing, pedaling. Nice job. Here, 15 or 10 more seconds or so. Back and forth. Good, now finally I'm gonna take one leg, lift, and then swing this leg all the way forward into a pigeon on the right side. Now if you don't have this range, this feels a little stiff, you can bring this foot in a little bit, or you could elevate this on a block or a towel or something like that, but we're just gonna let ourselves relax. And a lot of times early on, we are doing things that are dynamic, creating heat. Now on the cool down, we're just letting ourselves do more static, deeper stretches. Our body's nice and open now. I wouldn't want us to necessarily do this first thing when my body's cold. And here I can just really get deep into this hip, glute, hamstring, hip extension on the other side. I could drop those elbows down, get a little bit lower. More breaths. And finally, we're gonna push back to down dog position. And then final minute, let's bring this other foot forward. Same thing, letting that back toe uncurl and point down, shifting that weight. Again, if I need to, I can bring my hip elevated onto a block if that gives me a little bit more support. Otherwise, I can bring myself down a little bit deeper here. And you may notice that one hip's a little bit tighter than the other, but you know, no matter what, a run isn't over until we finish with just a little bit of cool down. Even if it's just sitting in the bottom of the squat while you're uploading to Strava or Map My Run or whatever, we always want to do that. And it just gives us that break between the workout we just did, this time for ourselves, and then going back into the pell-mell of the regular day. So great job today on that pre-race run. We got our warm-up in, we got our mobility, dynamic exercises, we got, there's Nora, our drills, and then our intervals, and of course our cool down. If
you want more following workouts, well, I made another great one for you. It's right over here. It's called Your First Hard Run Workout. We do some hill intervals together, super fun. I'll see you in there.